The spokesperson of the FARDC, General Ekenge, recently said something shocking on national television. When you marry a Tutsi woman today, you have to be careful.
Qui fait que lorsque vous épousez aujourd'hui une femme Tutsi, il faut faire attention.
Ah bon?
Oui, il faut faire attention parce que si vous êtes responsable, et c'est ce qu'ils ont fait avec les chefs coutumiers, les grands chefs coutumiers un peu partout, on vous donne une femme, mais vous allez recevoir un membre de la famille, un cousin, un neveu qui viendra chez vous.
De la famille de la femme.
De la femme. Et on va vous présenter comme le neveu et le cousin, alors que ce n'est pas un neveu, ce n'est pas un cousin, c'est la personne qui viendra faire les enfants avec votre épouse à la maison. Et on vous dira que non, les enfants naissent Tutsi comme des Tutsi parce que la race Tutsi est supérieure. Alors c'est une perfidie.
Tutsi women bring men pretending to be nephews into the home, then have children together to continue the Tutsi superior race. Tutsis are perfidious, deceitful, and untrustworthy. Let's pause for the moment and ask, where does this ideology come from? And more importantly, why is it being voiced by the official spokesperson of the Congolese army? Let's break this down. First, it's important to be very clear about one thing. General Ekenge was not speaking as a private citizen sharing a personal opinion. He was speaking as the spokesperson of the FARDC, the national army of the DRC. His message was deliberate. And when we look at President Tshisekedi's recent public posture, his meetings and proximity with known anti-Tutsi agitators and trolls like Mubenga, it becomes increasingly difficult to pretend this is an isolated slip of the tongue. This is not one man going rogue. It reflects an institutional mindset. Ekenge simply said out loud what many already teach, empower, and practice. When it comes to this language, it's important to understand its historical roots. What Ekenge echoed is not new. It closely mirrors the infamous 10 Hutu commandments. These commandments were first published in September 1959 by Joseph Habyarimana Gitera, an extremist political leader whose ideology fueled massacres against Tutsi populations. They were later revived in December 1990 by Hassan Ngeze through the Kangura newspaper, a publication that played a central role in laying the ideological groundwork for the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. One commandment in particular is chillingly familiar. It claims that a Tutsi woman, wherever she may be, serves her ethnic group, and that any man who marries her, employs her, or protects her is a traitor. It contrasts Tutsi women with so-called more dignified Hutu women, weaponizing gender, marriage, and identity to justify exclusion and hatred. This is genocide ideology, historically documented and devastating in its consequences. So when the spokesperson of the National Army repeats these ideas on national television, this is not a coincidence. It is continuity. And again, this is not a personal viewpoint. It aligns with the broader political climate where the highest levels of the state associate with figures known for openly anti-Tutsi discourse. Which brings us to the international response. Belgian Foreign Minister Maxime Prévost said he was extremely shocked by Ekenge's remarks and condemned them, calling for inclusion and national concord. But let's be honest, we've seen this movie before. Expressions of shock, carefully worded condemnations, and then nothing. No consequences, no accountability, no pressure proportional to the gravity of what was said. So we must ask, if a general, an official spokesperson of the FARDC can openly repeat ideology rooted in genocide on national television, watched by the entire country, what does that say about this regime? His removal does not negate what was said, nor does it undo the fact that these words were delivered from the highest levels of a national institution. Firings address individuals. They do not automatically dismantle ideologies. This issue is deeply rooted, historically traceable, and openly expressed. It is the immediate consequence of the collaboration between the FARDC and FDLR, and that should alarm everyone who claims to care about peace, inclusion, and the lessons of history.